And back when I was saved as a young girl at 13, the Lord put in me a love for His Word, and I still have that love of His Word. I love to study the Bible and search it out, and searching for who Jesus really is. Because when I have that knowledge down inside of me, and you have that knowledge inside of you, we can then say who He is to us. Because now I can say He is my Lord and Savior. He's my provider, He's my comforter, He's my all. And I keep talking to Him, telling Him, Lord, please let me finish well. You know I messed up early on in my life and made so many wrong choices and took wrong turns. But I'm asking the Lord, let me finish well. Whatever it is you want me to do, here it is. I have a plate, and it has things on it sometimes, things that I would like to do, my heart's desire. But I flip that plate over and I present to the Lord an empty plate. And I say, now, Lord, you put on there what you want to be on there. Because, my heart now is in a better place. My heart says, I learned the hard way what it means when you try to go after things that satisfy you and your flesh. I found out the hard way. Don't go there, don't do that. Serve the Lord. And if you don't already know Him, but you're thinking about Him, I want you to consider serving Him. He is worth it. He will help you. Yes, there's a cost, and you want to stop and think about it, because Jesus gave examples, talked about the builder to get ready to build something. You want to see how much it's going to cost to build it. You don't want to use flimsy material, and then later on when the storms of life come, it tears down that house. And we are that house. And if we don't build on the right foundation of Jesus Christ, and follow after Him and allow Him to be our all in all, then when storms of life come, like they did to me, that's why I have these stories in my book, Lessons I Learned in the School of Stupid. That's why my stories are here. That's why I put them out there. Because I went through these things and I figured out and learned the hard way that this is not the way to go. You've got to follow Him. Following the Lord, I used to think that following the Lord, everything's going to now be a bed of roses. You're going to everything's going to be hunky-dory. No more troubles, no more tears. No, that's wrong. That's not right. When you make a decision to be a disciple and a follower of Jesus, He says, in this world you will have troubles. He says, they persecuted me, they're going to persecute you. There will be troubles and trials of all sorts. But you know what? How can your faith grow unless you're placed in situations where you have to use your faith? If everything went good, you would just be a spoiled child, but you would not be one that's full of faith. And we have to walk by faith. We don't walk by what we see. We walk by faith in God. But it's hard to have faith in God if you don't know who He is. But you need to come to know that He is a faithful God.